Hi everybody, this is Natalia. Welcome to my channel. I hope you enjoyed my last video about 7 most common myths of working in real estate in New York. If you haven't seen it, make sure to check it out. It's very useful. Today I'm going to talk about the perfect sales pitch if you are talking to a client on the phone, cold calling, or if you're meeting with a client. Today's video is based on my own experience of working in the real estate industry and also of my interaction with the top salespeople from such huge companies as Amazon, Google, and one of the Shark Tank companies. This video will be very useful for anybody who is working in the real estate, so they will be able to understand how to build their sales pitches, and just generally for anybody working in sales. So let's go. Component number 1, similarity. First of all, you have to establish that you are very similar with the person that you are trying to tell something to or you are trying to win business with. So you either went to the same school, you work with the same people, with the same clients, etc., etc. Because all the research supports that we tend to buy from people that are from the same social circles than us. For example, when I'm talking to my client, I will say that, oh, this guy from your community has just recently bought from me. Oh, I have sold a building to this gentleman in your community, etc. So once again, step number 1, and it is very important to build the similarity, to establish the common ground with the person that you're talking to show that you're from the same sort of gang, from the same neighborhood. Component number 2, authority. Try to establish authority from as early in conversation as possible to show that you're an expert in what you're doing. So what I usually do is that I impress the client with how many deals in his neighborhood I have sold, the numbers, how many deals at all I have sold, that I have worked with very large clients, etc., etc. When I was talking with Google and Shark Tank and Amazon representatives, the problem with their salespeople was that they bragged too much about their companies. Their sales pitch was basically around how great it will be for me to work with them just because how good they are. But that's wrong. You should always focus on the person. So point number 2, authority. Try to show that you're an expert that you're doing, but let the client talk. You have to listen much more than you're talking. Don't do the mistakes of other salespeople and brag too much about yourself. Which brings me to component number 3. Component number 3 is the secret ingredient of the perfect sales pitch, and it is credibility with numbers. Most salespeople stop at the component number 2. They just brag how great they are, and very few people understand that the client makes decision on what's in it for me. So tell your client what you're going to do exactly for this very client and prove it with numbers. So in real estate, it would look like, listen, I've just sold your neighbor's building for $10 million. Do you want me to get $11 million for yours based on the information about your building? Something like that. Or say to your client, I've sold 5 buildings in your neighborhood. I want to sell yours as well. Very few salespeople include statistics and numbers. All they do is just brag, brag, brag. So please don't make that mistake. Include the statistics, be prepared, do your homework. And when you're talking to the client, show with numbers what you're going to do with the client. Remember, what's in it for me is the secret ingredient of any sales pitch that so many salespeople forget. So let's summarize. The main 3 components of a great sales pitch if you're on the phone or meeting with a client is number 1, similarity, that you're from the same social circle or you do the same sort of things that your client does, that you're very similar. Number 2, establish your authority because people buy from experts much more than they buy from ordinary guys. And number 3, credibility with numbers. Show with numbers how you're going to grow the business of your client, how you're going to improve it in sales. Don't just brag about how good you are. Prove it with what you have done in numbers with other clients and what you're going to do with this very client. What's in it for me is the secret ingredient of any sales pitch. Thank you so much for watching this brief sales video today. I hope it was useful. Please make sure to comment, to like, and to share. And of course, subscribe to my channel for more great sales and real estate related videos. Have a nice day.